Tonight at 11, a group of Hoosiers is now calling for change to current immigration policies in the United States. President Donald Trump has taken a hardline stance on immigration since retaking office. Our Logan Gay was at a vigil tonight as some people here in our state said the president's gone too far. Logan?
Well, Scott, they prayed tonight for, among other things, the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. A federal judge, an appeals court, and the Supreme Court have all ordered the Trump administration to facilitate Garcia's return to the United States. He was deported to a prison in El Salvador on March 15th.
Save the Constitution!
The people gathered on the federal courthouse steps say defending the Constitution is what led to this prayer vigil and rally.
Save the Constitution!
Stuart Mora works in immigration. He says seeing the president and his administration's refusal to attempt to bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia back after he was mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador is un-American.
We believe as Americans that we are all entitled to rights of due process. And for the Trump administration not simply to ignore the ruling of the Supreme Court, but also to mock the ruling of the Supreme Court is an offense to our Constitution and an offense to all of us as Americans.
The president recently acknowledged in an interview with ABC News that he could call El Salvador's president and have Abrego Garcia sent back, but he doubled down on his claims that Abrego Garcia is a member of the MS-13 gang. Police in Maryland identified Abrego Garcia as an MS-13 member in 2019, but he was never charged. That gang identification is what prompted the Trump administration to send Abrego Garcia to El Salvador. But the deportation violated a U.S. immigration judge's order in 2019, protecting him from being sent to El Salvador. Now, Hoosiers are urging lawmakers to push back.
For justice, your care for the most vulnerable among us.
It means a lot to me that freedom and independence and rule of law is how we need to run this country, and we've gotten off track.
If we're under attack,
We're calling on our representatives and our senators to speak up and say it's not okay that the Trump administration violates Supreme Court orders. It's that simple. It doesn't matter what the order is.
Saida Campos works at an immigration law firm and handles a lot of removal defense clients' cases. She says what happened to Garcia impacts their clients and others.
It's an attempt by the administration to continue to instill fear in people and make everyone feel unsafe, because he did have a type of status that would allow him to remain here lawfully in the United States. And so for people that are in processes that are supposed to be protected or that have some type of status, it makes you feel insecure and it can make you feel unsafe, like, well, then what if I'm next?
And they fear how this could impact the direction of the country in the future. So we did reach out to the office of U.S. Senator Jim Banks for comment about these concerns, but have not heard back yet. But there is another Protect the Constitution vigil planned on Tuesday, May 20th in front of Senator Todd Young's office.